welcome everybody. If you are where you can, join us on the video call. We want to be able to meet you face to face and chat briefly. So welcome. My name is Chris Menifee. I see we have Mr. Jeremiah Nolan, who's an agency owner on the team as well with us. So welcome this morning. We're going to have a little welcome call for all you new agents. So thank you for jumping on. It's an opportunity for us to kind of get to know each other, for you to kind of put a face with our names, and really just this is actually a new call that we're starting, because one of the things that we want to do is, as we're bringing on new agents, we want you to see that this is really a system. I'm sure in the interviews and the phone calls, you saw that there were a lot of training tools, a lot of things available, but one of the things that makes this system tick is the fact that we have really a network or a team of people that'll be working with you. So just want to make sure that there's a lot of support here in this system. It's great to have the tools that we have, but it's more important to be able to use those tools with training. So welcome all this morning. And I think I realized I left some of my notes in the other room, but that's all right. I'll wing it. So Jeremiah, you want to go ahead and anything? I'm not going to put you on the spot, but kind of introduce yourself and just kind of quick welcome to everybody that's on.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm excited to have you guys joining the team. Looks like we've got some the awesome females getting going with us, which is this is a female business, and some of the most top producers in our company are females, so don't misunderstand that. But really excited. I think this call is going to be great, just to orientate you, give you some kind of the things that it takes to win, and also introduce to you to a pretty awesome incentive for you. So I'm excited to join. And Chris, I'll just mute out, and at any point you need me, or got any comments, just mention it. But no, I'm glad to see you guys are on with us, and excited to get you up and running and see you on the leaderboards here in no time, no time at all.
All right, awesome, thank you. And I see we have Miss Stella on with us as well. And Stella, I know if you get a chance, unmute yourself, say a quick hi. If not, I know Stella's maybe mobile this morning. So.
Hi, good morning, Chris. Yes, this is Stella Dinwiddie, direct to None But Yourself. Thank you so much. I just wanted to hop on and listen to what you're going to roll out. This is really exciting. I'm really excited to hear this plan, because we didn't have something like this when we started. So this is really awesome. Yeah. You're with a good team here.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the evolution, if you will, of the process and the training and things that we're doing to make sure that we give everybody a chance to get a fast start, and again have all the support and people available to help you get launched quickly. So first off, real quick, I want to just run through everybody. I'd like to hear your name, where you're from, and who recruited you, and then just a quick note about what attracted you to Symmetry Financial Group, or what attracted you to this team. So, and we can start out with whoever wants to unmute themselves and say a quick hi.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I am currently in California, which is why I have this mask on, and we can all take our opinions on that later. My name is Jennifer McQueen, and I'm currently in real estate, so I'm in sales currently. And I had the pleasure of talking with Jeremiah last week about Symmetry Financial. It's very interesting to me. It's something new as well. It's a new industry, and I'm just looking forward to getting started with it.
Awesome.
I
Welcome, Jennifer.
do apologize. Thank you very much, Chris. And I do apologize. I'll be going in and out of video. We are actually at a new listing currently, and I'll have one of my partners coming in soon. So I'll be going in and out of video. Just bear with me.
Yeah, no worries. No, thanks for jumping on
All
this
right.
morning. All right. Who's up next?
I'm Angela. I currently live in upstate New York, but we'll be moving to Washington in a couple months. Right now, I work in college athletics at a D3 school where I actually went. I got my master's and bachelor's there. Just looking forward to working in insurance. I did a couple internships in insurance before I got the job at the college, so I'm excited. Stella recruited me, so I'm really excited to work with her. She seems awesome, and yeah.
Good. Awesome. Welcome this morning.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Stark. I am in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I was recruited by Terry Myers, and I was extremely intrigued by the emphasis on work-life balance through symmetry. Sorry, my cat's trying to knock things over. And I recently, most of my work life has been spent in hospitality management and retail management. And unfortunately, currently, all of those things that I have done have been decimated by the pandemic. And I'm also looking for something that has a little bit more stability and a little bit more control over my circumstances. So I'm very excited about this opportunity.
Awesome. Well, welcome all. Thank you again for joining us. So what we're going to cover this morning is just a little bit more about, what it takes to get a fast start in this business, some of the fundamentals of the business, what it takes to be successful. We've got two of the best on the line with us here, and may have them chime in here in a few minutes. But kind of want to talk about, again, what it takes to get going. And again, what we've got is a proven system. A lot of times when I'm talking with folks when we're interviewing, I use the example. It's very similar in a lot of respects to a franchise system, in that it has all the tools and the processes and the resources and everything you need to be successful already in place. It's a turnkey system. Now, the difference being is it's not requiring any type of investment other than obviously getting your license. There's no buy-in, there's no franchise fees or anything like that. So this is really a business that you can plug into day one, be successful. And again, it doesn't mean that you have to own an agency like myself or like Jeremiah does, but you can. That option is there. This is a system set up to where everybody comes in on the sales agent level, but you can win and win quickly. And that's really what our tools and resources are there to do, to help you to achieve quick success on the sales side. And then, we do have the agency owner path as well, if that's of interest to you. And I know that attracts a lot of people to our business model, and something that we definitely work and train on. But again, either side of the coin, this system is really designed to help people win and win quickly. So let me share with you. And again, one of the things that we want to talk about is, what does it take to get out of the gate and get into production on a quick basis. So let me pull up a screen here. I'm going to do a screen share with you. I'm going to go through our 4 cornerstones of success, and really, guys, if you did nothing else but follow this outline and followed it as closely as you possibly can, I promise you would be successful in this business. I have yet to see anybody fail who has gone through this process and followed what I'm getting ready to share with you. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who do fail, who try to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, and do it their way. And that's just not a recipe for success. It's very simple, and I think that's one reason why a lot of people miss it. I think that's why a lot of people think, well, it's got to be something more than this, or there's got to be a workaround. Unfortunately, and not unfortunately, fortunately, this is the better way to say that, there's not. I mean, it's truly this simple. So it's what we call the 4 cornerstones of success. Let me run through this with you real quick. hopefully you can all read that. That print comes out a little small on my screen, but I'll run through it with you so you can remove my screen around so I can better view it. So you can, if you can't read it, you'll know what we're talking about. Cornerstone number 1, believe in what you're selling. So close yourself. What that means is as you come in, take a look at our products, take a look at your situation, take a look at the products that you own from other companies, and do you need to add to that? Do you need to change some of those products out? Maybe you don't have these products. It's hard to sell something that you don't believe in yourself. So our recommendation is as soon as you come in, look at your situation, look at your personal family life, your financial life, figure out, is there something that I need to take care of for myself? Because one of the strongest things that you can do is when you walk into a home, I say walk into a home. We're doing everything. I'm still stuck in the old way of doing business. We were an in-home sales process before all this happened. The good news is we made the switch to online selling. So we're still going into people's home. We're just doing it over a screen. But one of the things that you will get asked is, do you have these products? And it's kind of hard to transfer belief if you don't have the product. So, and we realize some people are coming in where they've lost a job or then a career shift, and so finances are a little uncertain. Guys, we have products that, for as little as $10 a month, you can put on yourself. So it doesn't have to be exactly what you want or the ideal or what you need. It can be just enough to say that, hey, yeah, I'm taking steps to take care of my financial future as well. And it could be as simple as a small accidental death policy or some other type of coverage like that. So again, believe in the products enough to cover yourself, and that will give you that level of confidence to be able to share that with your clients. Also, guys, this is overlooked. We have a lot of people that come in, and again, it's a brand new business, and so there's a little bit of hesitancy to talk to what we call your warm market, people friends and family. And there's another thing. There's a little bit of a stigma. Some other companies have been set up to where they want you to go out and bug your friends and family. In other words, that's how your entire business and the success of your business is predicated on you selling your friends and family. And that's not a good business model. I'll be upfront, guys. That's not a good business model because it puts a lot of pressure on you and your family and your friends to buy from you. That's not the point here. What we're saying is your friends and family, your market, people are buying these things from somebody. If you have a license, you should at least have that conversation with them. And again, it doesn't have to be a hard close, doesn't have to be a hard sell, but you at least need to have that conversation with them. Let them know what you're doing. A lot of times that conversation is not a sales pitch or conversation. It's just a quick sit down. Hey, let me tell you a little bit about the new business I'm in, some of the products, some of the services we offer. If you ever something, I hope you would come to me as your friend, as your family, or if you know of anybody that you talk to, send them my way. And you'll be surprised how many times, again, just a very non-assumptive conversation like that, just, here's who I am, here's what I do now, will actually uncover needs. People are, you know what, I'm actually been looking to make some changes. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So guys, again, if you believe in the direction you're going, back that belief up by talking with your friends and family about what you're doing. And it doesn't have to be a sales pitch. We're not asking you to go out and beat them up and twist their arm and make them buy something. Cornerstone number 2, work and counsel through MACC. MACC stands for Massive Action Constant Correction, and you'll see that defined down below. But guys, this is probably one of the most critical points right out of the gate, because for a lot of times for new people, they're like, oh, gosh, I don't know what I don't know, and that's okay. That's where we all start. But one of the things, one of the fundamentals of this business is you can overcome any lack of knowledge through just pure old hard work. So we tell you, number one, we set our own phone, or set our own appointments through phone calls. So pick up the phone. You got to make dials every week. Minimum, it says 200 to 300 dials. I say that's a minimum. You know, right out of the gate, again, you're learning this process. So make at least 200 to 300 dials each week. And that's dials. That's not, you're not talking 200 to 300 people, but you're actually making dials. You have to make that many dials to get the number of people on the phone to have the number of conversations you need to be successful. And again, that's minimum. Sometimes it's going to be more. You may need 400 to 500 dials to have enough contacts to set your appointments. We say 12 to 15 appointments is your target for a full-time agent, especially with the online sales. We've actually found it to be a little bit better to be in the 15 to 20 appointment range for a full-time agent. That's really your target. 12 to 15 getting started out, that's okay. The nice thing about online sales and doing the video chat and the video sales is actually doing 15 and 20 appointments doesn't take any more time than our own full-time schedule of 12 to 15. The nice thing about doing online sales is you don't have drive time. You don't have those factors that ate up a lot of time. Counsel constantly, again, through massive action, constant correction. And that constant correction is the key point there, because you want to plug into your mentor, the person that brought you into this business. And as you're going through, I guarantee you there's no mistake, or there's no wall that you run into that we haven't hit many times ourselves before. I mean, and that's one reason why we rely heavily on this mentorship style approach. I tell people, don't keep running your head into that wall, blooding your nose up, because I guarantee you we've already ran into that wall several times ourselves, and we've figured out where the door's at. So always be contacting with your mentor. Trust me, there's a lot of times where we hear from a new person, well, I don't want to be a bother. I don't want to, I know you're busy. Guys, that's the key to this business is we need you on the phone with us. There's a direct correlation from the number of times that a new agent calls their mentor to how successful that agent is. So don't hesitate. You have a question, don't let it go unanswered. Get with your mentor, let them help you through that process, okay? If you have an interest in building an agency, and again, that's where a lot of people are interested in this business, because it is a business model. It is actually designed to be optimized through building an agency and building a team. If that's your interest, one of the things that's unique about our system is we don't require you to wait to qualify to build your agency. We believe if you've got a business owner mindset and that's something you really want to do, let's start that day one. A lot of times when people say, well, gosh, I've got to figure this process out myself, and I got to know, the ins and outs. And that's understandable. That's understandable. We get that, but you got to realize that's one reason why our system is built the way it is, through that mentorship style approach. You're still figuring out the system. Yeah, so you're still learning it, but keep in mind, that's what we're here. The folks that are on this call that have been around, myself, Jeremiah, Stella, who've been here, who've been successful, we're going to help you in that building process. One of the biggest advantages you could have as a new person is to have what we call running buddies. And that means having people who are coming up through the business with you, people who are learning the same things that you're learning. So even though you don't know what you don't know, go ahead and reach out. If you have an idea that you want to build a team, you want to build an agency, you want to, you have that dream of owning a business, start that process now. Have the conversation. Don't worry again about, not having all the answers, because that's not the point. We have the answers. The system has the answers. Plug them into that same system that you're running. We'll actually come alongside you. We'll help in those training conversations. We'll help in those mentorship conversations. And so while you're still learning the business, your business can be growing, your team can be growing, and you'll be glad you did. One of the things, I'll give you a couple of quick stories here. One of our mentors in the business, Jacob Pogue, and you'll hear his name. He's one of the top guys in the company. So if you ever listen to the national calls, not ever, you will listen to the national calls. Let me rephrase that. You'll listen to the national calls and you will hear his name quite often, especially when they're going through leaderboards. Because again, he's at one of the top level of the company. He's been with the company about 7 years now. Started out in the business, and he'll be honest with you, in the first year, he came from a background where he was a bartender, but wanted to get into something where he had more time freedom, didn't have to work nights, could be with his wife and family. And so he came into this business, and first year, he went out, sold, kind of had a slow start, but finally figured it out and went out and sold. And really, that was his focus year one. Just go out, sell, and make money. And he did well, after he figured it out after that first 90 days or so. But he didn't really do anything about team building. And at the end of that first year, yeah, he had made some pretty good income, but then he realized he had to start all over. And he looked around and he saw other people who started in the business at the same time as him, as he did. Now we're starting to reach a phase in their business where they were still meeting and helping clients, but they were starting to phase out of that, at least on a full-time basis. They were now doing that more part-time, and they were helping their team grow and helping their team become successful. And he will tell you one of the things that he did, he wished he could go back and redo, even at his point now where he's massively successful. He said, if I could have started, and if I would have started, if I could have seen the vision and started day one, that's the biggest mistake I've made in this business, is to go ahead and start that recruiting and team building process day one. And again, here's somebody in the top levels of the business. He actually, and just as a contrast, he had recruited a lady in his once he started building a team. He recruited a lady named Rita, who actually had no experience in the industry, kind of like Jacob. She was actually had a doctorate in psychology, no sales experience, but she did understand that this was a business. And when she came in, he talked to her about what her goals were, and her goals were to own a business. She saw the vision. And so he talked with her about, what it takes. And he encouraged her, don't make the same mistake I did. Go ahead and start this process right away. And she did. Now, again, it's the tale of both were very successful. But Jacob first year sold and then started building a team. It took him a while to get up and going and became massively successful. Rita took his advice, started day one recruiting and team building. And she had success very quickly on the team building side. In fact, she was never really that big of a producer. She wrote business and did production, but really within 10 months, she had built an agency and was running $100,000 of passive income as an agency builder. But she took his advice, started building an agency day one, and just was very diligent in that process and worked hard. So that's why we say, if you have that interest under the, under number two, massive action, share the opportunities with others. Find out, think about who do you know, who have you worked with in the past, who you know and been friends with that you can look at them and say, if I were to start a business with anybody, that would be somebody that I would pick. And just reach out to them. Don't try to sell them on the business. Allow the tools of the business to sell itself. Get with your mentor, the person that brought you in the business. We have a lot of great educational videos, educational material. That's how we like to make the approach with people who we're going to share the business with, is just let them self-discover if it's something that's going to be a good fit for them. So great news for you is you don't have to be a pitch person for this business. Let us help you with those tools to be able to share the opportunity. So moving on, 4 cornerstones. Number 3, commitment to ongoing self-improvement. We kind of, unofficial motto of this business is we are a self-development company that sells insurance. Because we've really developed into that as an organization. We put a huge emphasis on becoming a better version of yourself. So work on yourself more than your business. Read educational materials, motivational materials, self-development materials. The COO of our company has actually got a background in psychology. That's one reason why the company brought him on. And his emphasis was on positive psychology and how much it impacts how successful you are in business. So, it's crucial that you work on self-development. Be a student of the training. Again, this system is here to help you be successful, guys. But here's the thing I always tell people, we're going to be here as your mentors. We're going to help you through this process, help you shortcut any roadblocks, but we cannot infuse information into you. There's going to be a lot of information that you're going to have to go through, learn, take in. So plug into it. You'll get, as you get contracted, you'll be getting links from the company, training modules, Symmetry University. So plug into that. We have training calls every week. In fact, our sales training call is coming up immediately after this. So at the top of the hour, there will be a sales training call. I do recommend that you all go ahead and jump on that, kind of get a flavor of what's going to happen. Jeremiah, if you wouldn't mind, if you can get a copy of that link and Zoom and put it in the chat in case some of the folks haven't got on the email notifications yet. He'll put that up in chat and just copy that link. And again, at the top of the hour, jump on that call. You'll kind of get an idea of how those trainings go. Our calls are always led by some of the top performers in the company. So you're getting training from the best of the best. And that's huge. This is not a system where, the top people kind of keep their cards close to the vest and they want to keep their success to themselves. We have a very open dialogue in training. In the top performers of the company are very willing to share what they're doing to make themselves very successful. And that's huge. All you have to do is plug into that. All the trainings are recorded. So as you get your logins, once you become contracted, sign up for the Symmetry SoundCloud account. You can go back and listen to years and years worth of recordings. Guys, that is huge. And Stella is a great example of somebody who just is constantly in those recordings and using that material to grow herself and her business. So take advantage of that. Plug into everything. Our conference calls. So we have that Monday. And again, coming up here, 11 o'clock Central, 12 Eastern. We have a Wednesday national call. It's kind of what's going on in the company as a whole. There's a training element there, but you want to plug into that as well. And then Friday, we actually have a team call. It's kind of more just local to us and everybody that's directly involved in this team. So get involved and take advantage of all those calls. Local, regional training, national events and meetings. 2020 has been obviously a huge shift in that schedule. Eventually we will get back to that. So stay tuned. At some point we will be meeting again once we get past 2020, the year of sitting at home staring at the walls. So anyway, Symmetry University, again, once you get your contracting, after you've passed your license and submitted your license to contracting, you'll get a login to the company website, Symmetry University. Keep an eye out for that. That's something that's some training that you'll want to go through. And then you also, if you haven't yet, you'll get an opportunity to sign up for notifications, newsletters, social media trainings, all that stuff like that. Adapt quickly. So guys, as with anything new, there's a learning curve. You can either take that curve slow or you can take it fast. And, you know, there's a saying around here, fail fast. You know, don't be afraid of failure. Go out, make the mistakes. Again, that's why it's important to keep plugged into your mentor as you're making those mistakes. And that will happen. That's okay. Just keep making them, make them as quickly as possible. That's how you're going to learn and go through the learning curve as fast as possible. So last statement there is take 100% responsibility for your life and, more importantly, for your business. You are now in business for yourself. And again, it doesn't matter if you have zero interest in building an agency, you're still an army of one. This is your business. If you're coming in on the sales side, this is your business to make happen. You're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And again, that's where we come in to help you. So number 4, and again, just kind of reiterate, associate with the right people. You already have, because you've made connection with the folks who brought you onto this team. Plug into those folks, but also, you know, for those of you who came in under, you know, somebody else, you know, Jeremiah or Stella or Terry, you know, I'm here to help you. You know, definitely plug in. My mentor, Scott Mank, who brought me into the business, just so you hear the term hierarchy, we kind of talk about family trees, and it's basically who brought who into the business. So Scott Mank brought me in. Jacob Pogue is his mentor. Marshall Whalen is actually at the top of the company. And he's another name that, as you listen to the calls, you'll hear his name a lot, because he is one of the top people in the company. So just so you understand, you on this call are really only about 3 or 4 people removed from the very, very top of the company. You're at this. You're getting into this company at the right time. I'll just put it that way. So take advantage of that. And here's the thing: every one of those folks I just mentioned, very much an open door policy, even up to Marshall Whalen. I mean, here's a guy that, you know, again, is earning millions of dollars a year, and is one of the easiest people to talk to, one of the most positive people to talk to, one of the most supportive people to talk to. And when he sees, you know, people who are working diligently, working hard, regardless of what kind of results they're having, he is more than happy to take time out to, you know, to chat with those people and give some feedback on what he's experienced in the business. Same with Jacob Pogue, same with Scott Mank, same with myself, same with Jeremiah, same with Stella, same with Terry. You know, again, that's what makes this really click. Okay. So, guys, a couple things more for me to share with you here. I'm going to stop share just for a second, make sure I go to the right window and not share. So let's talk real quickly, just our core values as a company. Let me share this screen with you real quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. But guys, one of the things I tell people all the time, I came to this company like a lot of people for the financial opportunity, but I stayed because of the culture. And this is huge. Let me run through this real quick, because this is who we are as an entire company, and the umbrella of Symmetry and all the agencies down. We really work hard to adhere to this. And if we find people that don't adhere to this, we do everything we can to either help them adhere to this or coach them out of the business. So relationships matter. People come first. Relentless pursuit of personal growth. Open, honest, and productive communication. We do the right thing even when no one is looking. And this is huge. And this is in a business that's heavily regulated. So, you know, again, that's key. It's very good that you're with a company that recognizes that. We work as a true team and strive to be a positive influence. We act like owners because we own it. And again, it doesn't matter if you're an agency owner or if you're a sales agent, you own your business. Being of service and doing good in the world. This is a company that has raised, I wouldn't even know at this point, probably millions upon millions of dollars for charity, and we continue to do so every year. That's kind of a fun thing about this business. yes, we go out, we're very successful, we make a lot of money, but we also make a lot of impact, not only in the clients and the people that we help on a day-to-day basis, but we look for opportunities to help other people. Last but not least, we have fun and we get stuff done. Guys, so this is a business where we want you to have fun and enjoy. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, it's work. You know, there's no shortcut. You're gonna work hard, but in working hard, guys, do everything you can to plug in to the team environment. Do everything you can to, you know, to learn and listen to Jeremiah, to Stella, and to Terry, and others that you'll hear on the team, John Paul, you know, just other names, James McKeon. You know, I shouldn't start naming because I'll leave somebody out. But you'll have an opportunity if you have, you know, adding you to our team chat, the crew app. So plug in there and listen and learn. Okay, guys. And then one last thing here. Let me share with you a little bit about what it's going to take to be successful. So I want to share this with you so you can kind of, again, set your expectations on activity. And this is crucial because, again, this is a business where nobody's going to do it for you. You're in business for yourself. So let's talk a little bit about what's going to take. If you're on a part-time basis, guys, 150 to, I would say $150 to $250 per week minimum. We're going to bump that up a little bit. Again, what we're doing online appointments, I like to see 8 to 12 appointments on a part-time basis. And again, work with your mentor. There are ways, if you feel like you're kind of tight on time, we'll coach you on how to fit those in. It's actually a lot easier than it sounds like. Report weekly your activity. Guys, as mentors, the only way we can help you, we're not going to babysit you, but the only way we can help you is to see the numbers. Because when we see the numbers, we can start to see trends. And if there are issues that we need to help you out with, the only way we're going to know that is in the numbers. So make sure that you get with your mentor and how they want you reporting your numbers, what we call your DCAs, your dials, your contacts, and your appointments. You got to have those every week, guys. And again, not because we're wanting to babysit you, not where you're going to call you and tell you, you know, we think you're lazy and we want you to work harder. That's not the point. We need those numbers to know where we can help you. Okay. Get in the habit of buying leads weekly if you're using our lead system. Now, again, we strongly encourage work with your warm market, help your folks that you know. Most people, though, are going to use the leads at least as a supplement for your business. And depending on where you're at, if you don't have a strong network where you're at, maybe you just moved to your area and you're going to be relying heavily on the lead system. Guys, look at this as an overhead for your business. You need to buy leads weekly. Again, counsel with your mentor on how many leads and what that budget needs to be on a weekly basis. But make sure you set that expectation for yourself. That's part of your business. Plug into the weekly conference calls. Again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Schedule your appointments around those calls. Guys, that's part of your training. So now don't ever say, I'm going to take a call or I'm going to take an appointment over a call. You need those calls to be able to have success in those appointments. So block that time out. Schedule your meetings around those conference calls. And it's easy to do, again, especially now that we're doing the video sales. It's easy enough to work around. You'll have plenty of time to run appointments. Attend conferences. We actually have, and again, 2020, let's kind of, slide that aside. I think we've all agreed that this year has gone off the rails. Moving forward, we will have conferences, and these are national training conferences. Guys, these are 2-day events where we have everybody come together as an entire company. So thousands of people come together, 2 days of intense training, breakout sessions. Guys, we see people's business grow by 40 to 50% every time they go to one of these conferences. So you want to plug into those. Now, Quick announcement here. Details will be coming out, so watch closely. We're going to have our virtual conference in October. We're working on the details right now. In fact, the folks, Jeremiah and Stella, probably haven't even heard about this yet because it's just coming through the pipeline. But be watching, I think, October 15th to 16th, but we're going to be nailing that down. Make sure you get that on the calendar and attend that virtual conference. Guys, that's part-time, full-time. We run through basically full-time is just taking part-time and just doing more activity. Again, massive action. So minimum $250 to $350 per week. I say minimum. What we like to say instead is dial until you reach your mark. Again, we need to update the employment counts. 10 to 15 is good. If you're on a full-time basis, I strongly recommend 15 to 20 if you want to have a high level success. I mean, if you want to be in that $150,000 to $200,000 a year earning bracket, I would be doing 15 to 20 appointments. Okay. Same thing, weekly report. We can't fix what we don't have data on. Bi-week leads weekly, and again, in this case, you're probably investing a little bit more. Guys, this is a business. Look at it as overhead. Too many times people look at leads as an expense, and it is an expense only in that it's, I use the example a lot of times. If we go out and we start a brick and mortar store where we're selling widgets, guys, if we have clients coming in, people coming into our store, we don't have widgets on the shelf, we don't have a business. So leads are our inventory. So you have to invest in inventory every week. And keep in mind, this is a business about the numbers. So, there's some weeks where you're going to sell more and some weeks where you're going to sell less. That doesn't mean your lead budget can be high one week and non-existent the next. You need to set a consistent lead budget, do that every week, and just realize that the numbers will work for you, guys. Just to follow the system, and that leads budget will just be an overhead, will be a cost of doing business. It actually won't be expense because you'll be taking it out of your commissions on a weekly basis. Again, plug into the conference calls, attend the conferences. Those two are crucial, especially if you're wanting to do this on a full-time basis. If you're wanting to make this a serious career, get involved and do that. So, guys, I think Jeremiah, Stella, feel free to pop on here. This is, we're kind of, this is our first call. We're actually patterning this off of what some of our sister agencies have been doing and having a ton of success with. So this is kind of our inaugural new agent call. Appreciate you all being guinea pigs for the brand new call. Hopefully we've been able to share some good information with you, but obviously I could have left some stuff out. Jeremiah, feel free to still pop on and share what your thoughts are.
I'm sure you've got the information to roll out for the incentive, but one thing we want to discuss real quickly is the can you let me screen share, Chris?
Oh, yep, hang on just a second.
We have the company's recently offered the ability to partner with our agents. So we want to make sure that, part of the believe in what you sell is the fact that we've had a few agents, unfortunately, have unexpected deaths, with our company. Obviously, they were already taking care of themselves and everything, but the company partnered with Americo, one of our core carriers, and assuming you do have to qualify medically, but your first year of premium payments will be covered by Symmetry. So in other words, they're going to pay the first year for a life insurance policy through Americo. That's up to $250,000 in coverage with a 25 or 30-year term options. Okay. It also helps practicing your first application on yourself. So you learn that. And then just most recently, we've got a partnership with Apex Management. So that allows you to get your own health insurance policy that's guaranteed issue, no waiting periods. Obviously, you have freedom of choice for doctors, hospitals. It's an easy enrollment, no deductibles, and my understanding is it's about half the cost of the the marketplace, which is where I personally have my coverage through. We'll be looking to compare that toward the end of the year here. But definitely wanted to mention that you'll get more information as you get licensed. But Chris, I felt like that would be a good point to make there. And then really the last thing is just to roll out the incentive on getting their license knocked out.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me on that. So we did put together an incentive for those of you who are studying for your license. One of the biggest keys to success is getting through that process, getting your license in hand as quickly as possible. We're going to help you out with that through a little incentive starting today through this Sunday, this coming Sunday at midnight. If you can get through your course and take your final practice exam, so we get notifications you've taken it and passed. Let's go ahead and throw that in. Pass your final practice exam and sign up for your test. It doesn't matter. I realize some of the testing centers may be 2 weeks, a month out. That's okay. We're not worried about that. What we want to see is that you've gone through the course, passed your final exam, sign up for the test, the actual state exam. And once you get contracted, we will issue a $200 lead credit to get you started out in your business. Now, guys, that's huge because that's basically your first set of leads right out of the gate are going to be paid for. So you will actually have leads to start out in this business, no cost out of pocket. You can go out, write coverage, get paid on that. And again, we look at leads as not as an expense, but just as an overhead. And we're going to help you out with that, where you actually have cash in pocket to move forward and buy your own leads after that first week. So again, quick review. Now between Monday and this coming Sunday at midnight, and we say midnight central because that's where I'm located, but midnight central is the cutoff. Just share that proof of final exam passage with your mentor, and then share a screenshot of your proof of scheduling your exam with your state. It doesn't matter if that's 2 weeks out, a month out. That's not what we realize it's not going to be the same for everybody, but just share with that with your mentor. And then once you get contracted and you have access to our lead system, we'll go ahead and issue a lead credit.
Hey,
Thank you, Chris. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
sorry, Stella. I guess I want to point out, because if you're brand new, you're just getting started, maybe you've not even opened up the ExamFX website yet. You're thinking 7 days seems very short. Well, maybe it is, but the reality is we've had agents get it done in 2 days. So it is designed to get done within 2 days to 7 days. That's going to give you the highest chance of passing on the first try. And that's what you're here for. And that's what we want. It's not an insurance one-on-one course. It's designed to help you pass that state exam. And then you'll get more information once you are set up and contracted. But Symmetry has a fast start program as well, where in the first 90 days, you have the ability to earn up to $12,500 in cash bonuses and earn a trip to our destination trip next year to Costa Rica, 5-star resort, all expenses paid for you and a guest. So in your first 90 days, you're going to have the opportunity to do that. And that's just by meeting certain goals that most full-time agents anyway is setting for themselves anyway. So that's just an incentive that will help you. You'll get more details exactly how all that works. But the faster you get through the exam, the faster you pass that test, the faster you can make money and help families, and then have the ability to earn all those bonuses and trips and stuff. So we're excited for you guys to do that. And it's shown the ones that get it done in a timely fashion like that have the most success starting out. So we just want to incentivize you to do that.
That's awesome, Jeremiah. Chris, may I chime in real quick?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Well, I'm so excited to see all the new people, and I just wanted to share one word of advice. If you have a pen and paper, write this down. Truly, the process is true. If you follow the process, it will work out. You will see it come to fruition, guaranteed. Secondly, activity is the cure-all. If there's anything that you write down and put by your computer or some kind of reminder, I remember when I had my first discussion with you, Chris, in the very beginning, and I asked you a ton of questions, what does it take, and et cetera. And I did not take the activity piece of it as serious as I wish I would have. And that's okay though, because I figured it out quickly thereafter. You told me, but activity is the cure-all. If there's anything that you want to do when you first start, activity is the cure-all. And lastly is fail forward fast to get through your learning curve. That's, everything else, what you said is amazing. And I love hearing about all the contests. And there's a lot more contests that you'll hear about that is constantly happening and going on. And you'll get to hear about all of that as you plug in. So there's so much more I could say, but those are the main things. When you're first starting out, that's truly the main things is what I would encourage you to do, and plug in, obviously plug in. That's it. Thanks, Chris.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Stella. Well, guys, we're going to wrap up the call here. If you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and pop open that chat window, copy that link. Here in about 5 to 7 minutes, we'll have the national sales call starting. Again, those are always led by some of the top performers in the business. Be a great opportunity, even if you're not at that point where you're going to be starting selling, you're still going through the course. At least it'll give you a little bit of a flavor of what that training process looks like. And again, the amount of training and support that goes into this. So, guys, good luck this week on your studies and going through your course. Again, like Jeremiah says, that course we use, very, very high pass rate. I mean, it's 90+%. Typically, if somebody's not passing it, and I realize, some folks have testing anxiety, stuff like that, but usually, more often than not, they probably just didn't take the time or put the effort into the test, because that test, you'll be surprised when you get in the actual exam. A lot of the questions are almost going to read word for word like you were studying on the test. So take advantage of that. It's also designed that you can break it up into pieces and do so much every day. I mean, they really do a lot to make that process smooth for you. So take advantage of that. Again, midnight Sunday, give us proof that you passed the final exam and signed up for your state exam, and we'll have a lead credit waiting for you as soon as you get contracted. So, guys, thanks for jumping on. Excited to see each and every one of you get started in this business. Don't hesitate to reach out to myself. If you haven't yet, get my number from the person who brought you into this business. Jump on a call with me. Love to chat with you. And let's get this business going. So, guys, thanks for being on. We'll go ahead and wrap up the call and get ready for our national sales call. Appreciate you all being on.